Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi, my name is Muhammad Rahman, and today I'm gonna tell you about Prophet Muhammad SAW lives in brief. So the first is the birth and rearing. Muhammad SAW was born in Makkah on Rabiul Awal 12. His father died before his birth. The infant Muhammad was handed to a Bedouin wet nurse to be brought up by her in the healthy atmosphere of the desert. At the age of 5, Muhammad returned to the care of his mother, Aminah binti Wahab, but she died a year later. Muhammad then went to his paternal grandfather, Abdul Muttalib, and he died when Muhammad was eight, and the boy was then brought up by his uncle Abu Talib bin Abdul Muttalib. Then, at the age of 12, he accompanied his uncle in a merchant caravan to Syria. Then, as a young man, Muhammad was content to work as a shepherd, but his uncle Abu Talib desired something better for him and obtained him employment with a rich widow, Khadijah bint Khuwailid ibn Asad. Thus Muhammad found himself at the age of 25 in charge of a caravan conveying merchandise to Syria. On his return, Khadijah was so pleased with his successful management of her business and was so attracted by his noble character that she sent her sister to offer the young man Khadija's hand. Muhammad had fell drawn to Khadijah, and so matters were soon arranged. Their 26 years of married life were singularly happy. Muhammad continued to work as a merchant. His fairness further enhanced his reputation as Al-Amin, the trustworthy. He continued to take an ever-increasing interest in public affairs and to exert himself in the service of the poor, the helpless, and the weak. Now let's jump to the moment when Muhammad got the first Quran, which is in the cave. Whenever the iniquities of his people oppressed him, Muhammad retired to the solitude of a cave in Mount Hira outside Mecca. There he so tried to peer into the mysteries of creation, of life and death, of good and evil, to find order out of chaos. Solitude became a passion with him, and every year he would retire to the cave for the whole month of Ramadan to meet. Let's, I'm gonna tell you the story of the first revelation. It was on one of these occasions when he was 40 years of age that Muhammad SAW received the call one night while lying absorbed in his thought in the solitude of the cave. Muhammad was commanded by a mighty voice to go forth and preach. Muhammad rose trembling and hastened home to seek rest and solace in Khadijah's tender care, and she calmed and comforted him. She later consulted her kinsman Waraqah ibn Nawfal, and Waraqah declared that the heavenly message that had come to Moses had now come to Muhammad SAW. And then he was chosen as a prophet of Allah. Next is first converts. Khadijah was the first to accept the truth of Islam. Muhammad then communicated his experience to his cousin Ali, his adopted son Zaid, and his best friend Abu Bakr. The Prophet began by preaching his mission secretly, first among his intimate friends, then among the members of his own tribe, and thereafter publicly in the city and suburbs. The Quraysh tribe were the guardians of the Kaaba, which which was a source of great prestige and profit to their city. They were, therefore, seriously alarmed and became actively hostile towards Muhammad. Next is Hijrah to Abyssinia or Habasha, Ethiopia. The fury of the people of Makkah knew no bounds. Muhammad was subjected to insult, to personal violence, and to the bitterest persecution, and his converts were most relentlessly oppressed, persecuted, and tortured. Therefore, in the fifth year of his mission, Muhammad advised them to leave the country and seek refuge from the persecution of the idolaters among the Christian people of Habasha. Christian people of Abyssinia. Muhammad and a few stalwart followers remained in Mecca and suffered untold misery and oppression, but still their number continued to increase. And then let's jump to the boycott. The Quraysh outlawed Muhammad and asked his clan to forego their right to avenge his blood. The proud clansmen refused to give up the right at the bidding of the people of Mecca, who thereupon boycotted them. After 3 years, the ban was lifted. A year later, Muhammad lost his uncle Abu Talib and his wife Khadijah, and that year called Al-Husni, which means the sad year for Prophet Muhammad. The death of Abu Talib removed the last checks on the Meccan violence. Persecution grew ever fiercer, and Muhammad sought refuge in the neighboring city of Taif, where he was met with great hostility and barely escaped with his life. Next, Hijrah to Medina. Muhammad took counsel with his Makkah followers, and it was decided that they should immigrate to Medina. They lived gradually and unobtrusively, Muhammad remaining to the last. Their departure was soon discovered by the Quraysh, who decided to slay Muhammad before he too escaped. They therefore cast lots and chose 40 men, one from each clan, so that the murdered couldn't be avenged on any one clan. But on the night they were to kill him, Muhammad left Makkah with Abu Bakr, and Ali, his cousin, replaced him in his bed. Muhammad was now free to preach, and his followers increased rapidly. The Muslim couldn't worship freely and live according to the laws of Allah. People of Mecca were not going to allow Muhammad's movement to take root in Medina. They organized three great expeditions against the city, but all were beaten back. The three expeditions were Badr War, Uhud War, and Khandaq War. Next, the Treaty of Hudaybiyah. Eventually, the Meccans and Muslims concluded the Treaty of Hudaybiyah to maintain peace and to observe neutrality in their conflict with third parties. According to the treaty, the Muslims were to return to Medina that year without performing the pilgrimage, but they could come to do that the following year, when the Quraysh would vacate the city for them for 3 days. And a big let's do a big jump to back in Mecca. It was not until 8 Hijriah that the Muslims were able to put an end to this war by getting a bloodless victory over Mecca when the Meccan violated the term of their treaty. The people of Mecca, who had relentlessly oppressed Muhammad and his followers for 21 years, expected dire vengeance, but in the hour of their defeat, they were treated with the greatest magnanimity. "Go, you are free," were the words with which Muhammad gave them general amnesty. The Prophet removed all the stone in and around the Kaaba, saying, "The truth has come and falsehood vanished." From Quran Al-Isra Muslim calls to prayer was heard in this ancient sanctuary. And now let's do a big jump to the end chapter of Prophet Muhammad's life, which is his death. In 10 Hijriah, Muhammad went to Mecca as a pilgrim, and he felt it was for the last time, because the revelation he received there included the verse, "This day have I perfected your religion for you." Quran Surah Al-Ma'idah ayat 3. On his return to Medina, he fell ill of a mortal fever. It lasted for 15 days, but he continued to lead prayers until 3 days before his death, when he deputed Abu Bakr. And only down on the last day of his earthly life, Muhammad came out from his room beside the mosque and joined the public prayers. But later in the day, he died. The end came peacefully, and he go to the Prophet al-A'la. The end came peacefully, murmuring of pardon and the company of the righteous in paradise. The Prophet Muhammad, Prophet of Islam, breathed his last at the age of 63 on Rabiul Awal 1211 Hijriah. After his death, his follower faithfully carried the message of Islam, and within 90 years, the light of Islam reached all around the world, with Spain, North Africa, the Caucasus, China, and India. Well, I think that's all for me. Thank you, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi